Welcome back to the channel, everybody. The first day of Miner 1 wrapped up today. I'd say about probably 30 minutes ago at the point of recording this. Went pretty much exactly as I would have thought, with the exception of a few things. Maybe one thing that I predicted, but I was being hopeful. So this is kind of it's what it sounds like. It's a minor tournament. It's not a major, obviously, as minor and major goes. But let's go ahead and flip over. So coming into today, you had Koi against the Ravens. You had G2 against Cloud9. You had Falcons against Surge and Heretics against Breach. And whoever won this would go into there, whoever won that would go into there, so on and so forth. So pretty much went exactly like I thought it would, with the exception of the Vancouver and Falcons matchup. I kind of was hopeful in my predictions that maybe Vancouver would win. They did not, so that's fine. Starting out, you had Den Hardpoint, and it went 250 to 246 in favor of Surge. I mean, a very, very good hit for Surge. I mean, couldn't ask for better. I mean, they played perfectly. Plaza Search and Destroy, however, went 6 to 2 in favor of Falcons. Scar Overload went 4 to 3 in favor of Surge, Falcons, not Surge. Sake Hardpoint 250 to 174 in favor of Falcons. I mean, they were okay to begin with, but then it was a sinking ship after that. I don't know. They played so good, but then they just fell off. But then you had the Heretics against Boston Breach, and yeah, let's just say it went almost pretty much like I thought it would. Colossus Hardpoint 250 to 199. That was actually pretty good. They gave him a run for the money on that one. Raid Search and Destroy 6 to 0. Exposure Overload 4 to 3. I mean, it was really interesting. I mean, I don't know. Breach just, they had a few moments of brilliance, but not many. Not many. I don't know. Breach has got a lot of improvement to do. Then G2 versus Cloud9, and yeah, I mean, it was. There was no way. There was no way Cloud9 even had a prayer. But I will say, because Scar Hardpoint 250 to 93, Scar Search and Destroy 6 to 1. I mean, it was just absolute steamrolling. But the Exposure Overload, it was 5 to 1 when in the second half of the Overload. And then all of a sudden, G2 went from 4 down to tying it, and then they got the final goal. I mean, it was absolute cinema to watch. I mean, absolute cinema. It was some good gameplay out of G2. I don't know, Cloud9, they did okay to start with, but then they just, it's like somebody hit a button and switched them off. I don't know. They were getting spawn traps. They couldn't, I don't know. They just couldn't get nowhere. But then Koi against Ravens. Unfortunately, the Ravens lost. The Ravens are one of my favorite teams. Optic and the Ravens are my two favorite teams, if you can't tell by the logos on my face cam here. Yeah, the Ravens just got absolutely destroyed. But they almost won the Scar Hardpoint. It 250 to 249 in favor of Koi. They had a major lead, and then they couldn't get in the point. Coy had it locked down tight. I'm talking maximum security lockdown. They had it locked down tight. They couldn't get in there. But then the raid search and destroy 6-4. They put up a bit of a fight in there, but still did not come out with the win there. Scar Overload 4-3. I mean, I don't know. There's not much discussion to be had there. It became a battle of keep away toward the end. So yeah, just absolute obliteration of the Ravens. But going into tomorrow, you've got Optic versus Coy, you've got Thieves versus G2, and you got FaZe versus Falcons, and Heretics versus Gentlemates. And now we'll see what's the particular. So kicking the day off is going to be Heretics and Gentlemates. Then you got the Falcons and FaZe. And ending the day off, you got Coy and Optic. So 3 nights. Supposed to be 4. Maybe it is going to be 4. Should be 4 though. Oh, there we go. Duh. I can't see, apparently. So, ending the night off, you have G2 against LA Thieves. It's gonna be a good matchup tomorrow. You got some top-notch teams going against each other tomorrow. I didn't put my pick'ems in for today. We're gonna put my pick'ems in for this. I can't do my pickups. Okay, I needed to do these another day. Okay, well, we're just gonna point out what I think is gonna happen. As good as Coy is, I think Optic's still gonna come out on top here. Optic's gonna slide over here. This one's hard to call. This one's very, very hard to call. I say probably G2 is gonna move over here. So it'll be Optic versus G2 most likely. I say FaZe ends up over here for sure. FaZe ends up over there. And Gentlemates. So it'd be FaZe and Gentlemates probably. And honestly, I would like to see a Gentlemates versus Optic matchup again in a tournament like that. I really, really would. I think it would be very, very good to see that matchup. So, yeah, I think that's going to be how it's going to go. You're going to have Optic versus Coy, and you can have Gentlemates versus FaZe in this bracket here for Sunday. And then it's going to be Gentlemates versus Optic. And I want to say Optic comes out on top. I want to say. Yeah. That's what I want to say. And I just went to the wrong screen. Yeah, I don't know. It was some interesting matches today. But yeah. I think that's going to be about everything I have for this video. Nothing too complicated. I mean, they're doing these minor... I think there's going to be 2 minor tournaments. I think you got this one, then you got another weekend of just regular online matches, and then you have another weekend of minor tournament. I think that's how it's going to go, so I have to wait and see. But yeah, it's going to be everything I got for y'all, but I hope y'all have a great day, and I will surely catch you tomorrow. for the results of day 2 of the Minor 1 tournament of Major 3. So we'll see who comes out. I got my bets on Optic and Gentlemates being in the grand finals. That's what I say. That is what I say. But I hope y'all have a great day. I will catch you in the next video.